All right, let's start at the beginning. This is a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. This is celebration, connection, positive connection with family. This can be love as well. So are you in love, Virgo? But it does look like things are starting to straighten out a little bit. And go a little bit smoother. It does feel like you may have had some disagreements with family members, and that looks like it is has been resolved. So this may even be some of you Virgos that have already committed in blending a family. It does look like things are starting to work out. So you're having a little bit happier times, barbecues, and joyful things instead of arguments. So then we have the 8 of Wands, and this is like bolts of energy coming out of the sky. This may be things that that you had no idea that were coming out. These could be projects. This is energy, invitations, but it looks like surprising things will be coming to you. It could be last minute projects that you didn't know, but these are some surprises, some good, some challenging, but it does look like there are some surprises coming to you in April, Virgo. The 8 of Swords is here. This is kind of like a trapped feeling. The orange is lighting up, so it does look like you're trying to heal yourself a little bit, but it does feel like you might be overthinking something. This is kind of when your head is spinning, you're trapped in your thoughts. So you may be a little trapped in your thoughts and maybe a little doom and gloom, Virgo. Just cast those fears out. But it does feel like the overthinking is happening a little bit. So you may be trapped by your own mind a bit. So if you can take a step out of that, do some physical things, and it doesn't look like you'll have much time to sit and ponder once all these projects kind of land in your lap. This could be work related. This could be personal. This could be family related, but it does look like there's some projects that are just going to come out of thin air that you really won't have time to sit and worry and ponder. But it does look like some of the worrying here is out of your control. So this may be an illness within your family. This may be something else, money related. This can be something that somebody else is going through that you really have no power in. So spinning mentally is not going to do you any good, and it kind of keeps you in this trapped, fearful place. So it does look like it creeps in every once in a while, but if you can connect with the hermit, which is kind of going to the top of the mountain, looking inside for your answers, the mental stuff will slow down a little bit, Virgo. What's happened in the past is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the hand of God. These are karmic journeys. This is our higher levels. This can be material things. This can be money. So there may be something that money related or possession related that comes out of the clear blue sky. Someone may give you their car. You may inherit some money out of the blue that you didn't know that you would be receiving. It could be your IRS check that you thought you were paying this year, and maybe you're getting a little money back. So it's a little bit of a surprise gifting of something that came out of the blue. It'll kind of take you by surprise, but it will help propel you into your future a little bit, whatever it is. Will make your life a little easier, whatever that gift is. And, you know, if you've been kind of locked in a legal battle too, and resolving that can be a gift all on its own. So it does look like there's some resolutions and some gifting that have either just happened or are you're about to experience. The Hermit is here. This is kind of like going to the top of the mountain. It's not really like the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of escaping into your own world or pushing out the physical world. This is more like going to the top of the mountain and looking within. This is a little bit of solitude. You may have some decisions to make because of this overthinking thing here. If you can create some quiet space for yourself before you make these decisions, this is a 9. So it does look like it is the ending of a process that you want to make sure everything's okay, and go inside and check with the goddess, God of your heart, before you make any big decisions. But it does look like you have decisions to make with all these swords, and some of the things are out of your control. So if you can go to the top of the mountain and release what doesn't belong to you, really embrace the answers that Spirit gives you, you'll be in a much better space. And it does look like you are incorporating that right now, Virgo, or it wouldn't have showed up in the present time. The High Priestess is here. This is finding your balance spiritually, trusting yourself. So you may have made a new commitment to your spiritual body. You may have joined a study group of some kind, gone back to church. This doesn't necessarily mean religion. The High Priestess is about really running your energy from the upper levels, looking at the big picture, finding your balance and really going with the flow of things, trusting and really rejuvenating yourself, instead of living in the fear place in the lower chakras. But this is one of great faith in yourself and in the journey. That's what the High Priestess kind of stands for. So it does look like you're collecting more information on your spiritual path, however that looks to you, Virgo. All right, the Queen of Cups is here, and she is a water sign. If she stands for a person, that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is the basis of something. It does feel like this may be someone actually. It's right next to the Hermit, so this may be one of your High Priestess friends that you have gone to in the past for some information on spiritual awakening. This may be a loving person in your life. And if it isn't a person, the Queen of Cups is really a kind, creative, visionary type of person. So she's getting in touch with her psychic awareness, her creative endeavors. So you yourself, Virgo, may be getting in touch with all those higher level creative things that you have kind of shoved down due to, having to do the have-tos, the everyday things. But it does feel like your creative endeavors have opened up a little bit. Don't be afraid to ask for help from this Queen of Cups. It does look like she is very knowledgeable if this is a person. So again, water sign is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. So this may be somebody to aid you in your journey. And it does look like she is open and willing to either teach you or mentor you in your next steps. But for the most part, if there isn't a Queen of Cups, it does stand for getting in touch with your creativity, your psychicness, and your visionary endeavors, which the High Priestess kind of brings that on home too. The Three of Pentacles is here. That's finding your body, your mind, body, and spirit balance. A lot of this does feel like you've taken a step up spiritually, that the journey, you're looking at the big picture now instead of the little instances and maybe the people. You're no longer looking at things from the lower levels of the earth plane. You're kind of looking at it as the spiritual journey. What did I learn from this? It does look like you are connecting with more spiritual people, communicating more on that level, and really kind of getting the pieces to fit in the puzzle, all the mysteries of life. It feels like you are a little calmer about the journey, and that you feel a little more comfortable on how things are done. It does feel like there might have been something tumultuous in the past, maybe about a year or so ago. It may have been a health scare of some kind, or someone dear might have passed over. But it does feel like that situation has kind of forced you to look at the big picture and not at the little piddly nitty gritty things, which I know is part of your awareness, Virgo. So it does look like you're trying to turn down some of that over-analyzing that you have and really open your heart to trusting the journey. And the Hermit also can stand for you. That is one of the cards that stands for Virgo. So it may be that you're really getting back to source. You're really getting back to source and looking at the big picture of things, not just the individual lessons, but what it all means. So it looks like it's a little bit more esoteric for you this month, Virgo. Six of Wands is here, and that's kind of an exalted card. That's when you're being appreciated for all the efforts that you've done. You are more in the public eye, and it's one where people are giving thanks to you. They're appreciative. You're feeling more gratitude. You may be getting a raise at work. You may be getting honored for doing something in the community, but this is some kind of honoring and recognizing you for your hard work. So that is coming if it isn't already happened. Here is the Four of Wands. This is celebration. This is movement. This is also can mean a commitment. So are you taking the next step in your relationship? Are you starting a new relationship, making a commitment to some, releasing the old commitments? Maybe your divorce is those that have been, divorcing. Maybe this is finally coming to fruition, finally ending. So it's some kind of commitment, new commitment that is happening, and rejoicing and celebration. This can be within family. This can be you yourself, or it could be friends. So it's some kind of celebration and commitment that you will be a part of. On the other side is the Hierophant. That kind of brings it on home about the spiritualism that's happening to you this month, Virgo, and that has been in your awareness for a while. It looks like you're feeling a little bit more balanced and you have more certainty in the journey. Instead of asking why so much, kind of looking at what you learned so you won't make that same mistake. There's a bit of more calmness in you, and it feels like that you are more centered and at home in the body and feeling more comfortable with what is happening around you as you get more and more in touch with that spirit of your heart and the spirit that we are all connected to in the big picture. The Page of Pentacles is here. Pages are all about messages. This feels like it's good news regarding money or material goods. Can be a worldly ambition. This may be something that you've been trying to arrange for a while that is finally coming to completion, or at least you're seeing the clarity of your next step. So it does feel like things are moving in a positive direction. So check those mailboxes, emails, and physical mails. It looks like you're going to get some messages, some good messages about some endeavors that you have been putting your energy into for quite a while. So it does feel like the fog is lifting and things are coming into focus for you as we move forward, Virgo. All right, that's your general reading for the month of April. I hope it resonated with you. If it did not, just take what felt like it did and leave the rest, since this is a general reading. So I'm going to throw a couple of these Goddess Guidance cards. These were gifted to me by the Mystic Sisters of Wisconsin, and they seem to bring things right on home. So abundancia is prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So that does feel like there's been a shift in your abundance. And Ahu, the Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. So be aware of whatever new endeavors and projects you are doing, that it is safe and kind to the earth as well as yourself and others.